Yo, I put it like wow, this that sound. These oaks don't work hard like me, I hope they know by now. Bayo Bab, stand my ground. Bro, these money trees go overseas like Percy Tau. I'll make sure you stay around, quiet when I'm under loud. No negatives allowed, me and positivity took a vow. I always play to win, don't anticipate loss. Mind always in the clown, my boy. Never think about the drop, never ever ever think about the drop.
Welcome to it, sports fans. It is the MKT Show, and I'm MKT, and I'm having a terrific day. I'm having a great day. Woke up this morning. Man, I don't know what it is. It's a tough time for people, but I gotta tell you, my life is as good as it's ever been. I work with really nice people. I think that really helps as well. I've got a really cool team here. I work with other good, cool people. So maybe that's what it is, you know? Maybe I'm becoming that old person, because I'm 35 now and on the other side, where I'm just appreciating the people in my life. Maybe that's what it is, you know? I woke up this morning, I looked at myself in the mirror and I thought, yeah, not bad. Not bad. That's about a 3 out of 10. That's what I thought. I thought 3 out of 10, that's what you look like. That's what you'll look like for the rest of your life. You're the best you'll ever look. And that made me feel good. I ain't gonna lie. We got the boys in the back. We got the king of pop culture, of course, Ryan Tinline. He's back in the mix. 1/4 Jewish, a little bit Irish, very much ginger beard, all good person. Next to him, a man who is alive, James Ilsley.
I get.
Oh, well, what else are you? Okay, because you are a little bit big into telling me stuff about
you just
yourself.
say I'm a little bit big. Are you body shaming me?
Oh, okay. It sounds like you want to talk about that now.
That's not okay. You
No.
can't just body shame when you want.
No, but let's talk. Sorry, that sounds like you were waiting to... Because that was like, you're on a hair trigger.
No,
just hearing the word big made you...
I just wanted to be like one of those people for a second, and I hated every second of it.
Although you are that person, so
I'm
I mean, let's talk about it. Are you
There's
having some
no way I'm
personal
that
confidence issues?
Say again?
Are you having like confidence issues or what's the story?
No, I'm pretty good. I'm pretty good with the whole body thing at the moment.
Really? Okay. Well, that's good. How's the working out thing going? I mean,
Good still. Good. I've got
what does good mean?
I've got a couple of tender body parts at the moment. But good. Yeah. Still keeping up with it on the days I want to do it, on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. And
What are you up to? I mean, let us say, are you, because I know just now you're suffering from personal confidence issues. Maybe you can't really share the full spectrum. What sort of stuff are you up to? Yeah, take us into your world. What are you up to? Are you playing Rocky? You haven't seen Rocky, so you don't know the music.
I do.
What's the music?
The Eye of the Tiger song.
It is that.
Yeah.
It's one of the songs.
Some people will surprise you. And them some people is me.
Have you seen Rocky?
No.
Oh, you just know that it's those stairs in Philadelphia, huh?
Yeah, and then he does the...
Bum, bum. Yeah, that's it. But now, you need to see better movies, because now when I go, Adrian, you don't know what I'm talking about. You got no idea.
I know... I know references to movies.
Oh, you don't know that one?
Like Wilson!
Where's that from?
That's from Castaway with Tom Hanks.
Have you seen the movie?
Yeah.
No, but
It's like an advert for
FedEx.
Fedex, yeah.
Yeah, no, I've seen the movie. You don't have to tell me.
Yeah.
I've seen the movie. I mean, Tom Hanks, all timer that guy, huh?
He is a quality actor. Honestly, the one thing that kept bugging me about the movies was the constant FedEx product play. That was the only thing. But outside of that...
But it was at the dawn of it, like product placement. So
actually, I did some research into it, because I was like, there's no way this is not product placement.
Yes.
It's not.
Oh, what happened?
So they wanted to make the movie authentic.
Yeah.
With the whole shipwreck thing. And that was their method. They weren't paid by FedEx. FedEx didn't pay them money.
Oh, I see. But I mean, FedEx were basically the guys. By the way, guy who started FedEx, his son is the coach of the Atlanta, Falcon, Hawks.
The Atlanta Seahawks.
Seahawks, yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Arthur Smith is this guy's name.
Damn, that family's got money.
Dude. Well, wait, was it FedEx or UPS? One of the two. Anyway, the guy, the coach, Arthur Smith, is the son of the guy who invented either UPS or FedEx.
What's the surname?
Smith. Arthur Smith is the guy's name.
What, the coach?
Yeah. So his dad, whoever
his dad, the founder of FedEx, is Frederick W. Smith.
Yeah. So his dad, is how crazy is that, dude? And now he's coaching in the NFL,
dude. How much money must that family have, bro?
Are you kidding me, dude?
I'm trying to find out which team it is. You said it's Arthur Smith, right?
Yeah, Arthur Smith. No, I've told you which team. Atlanta. Matt Ryan.
Atlanta Falcons. Not Seahawks.
I said Falcons. It's a Seattle Seahawks.
Yeah. Okay. Happy December, because it's December now.
How cool is that, though? Like, you're the coach of the team, and you know people always go, "Oh, none of these guys are as rich as the owners, bro." Like, no, this guy's dad's probably as rich as every owner in the league. And I mean, some of these owners are worth 20, 30 billion. But what do you reckon FedEx is worth? Maybe $1 trillion?
Nah, I would say close on $1 trillion, but there's only, as far as I know, there's only one company that's...
No, you're confusing market cap for actual value. I know what you were going to say. Apple's the first. Market cap's not actually how much is in the bank, So yeah. Because I know where you were going. You were like, oh, Apple, first $1 trillion.
They were, yeah.
No, that was
for
market
about
cap.
Half an hour, and then...
It's just market cap, which isn't real money. It's fake money.
So what I should do is...
learn more stuff.
I'm going to Google it real quick. FedEx.
How much is FedEx worth? Big company.
Would net worth be the right
terminology? Yeah. Maybe. Let's see what they're worth.
FedEx net income is or was. Sure. I'm gonna sound like someone in the public eye.
Yep.
$12.231 billion.
So was that last year alone?
Fiscal year ended May 31, 2021.
Okay, so they've been, let's average it out. Let's say they've been doing $10 billion. When was Fedex started? Does it give you an indication there? But let's say it was 20 years ago, which I think it's a bit more than that, right? They've been raking in $10 billion for 20 years.
More. FedEx was founded almost 50 years ago.
So he's been raking in at least that level of money. So obviously back then it might have been $200 million.
Yeah.
But they were the only game in town for a while. Like the big, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Good for him, dude. Arthur Smith, he's doing it right now.
Arthur Smith is just sleeping in beds of money.
Yeah, and then he's a coach. But it's kind of cool when you break off from that kind of wealth. Like, I want to do what I want to do. I don't want to be my dad's son. That'll be a nightmare, being a work, okay?
But, like, what... I don't want to accuse anyone of anything.
Yes. Although,
But-
okay, well, that's like, I'm not racist, but...
Yeah, that's
So,
true.
yeah.
That's true.
So, okay, you don't want to accuse
Yeah.
anybody of anything. Now, go ahead and accuse that person.
I don't want to accuse anyone, but I'm about to.
Yes.
Do we know if Arthur's son has had any like prior training or involvement in?
Yes, yeah. So he was an assistant coach, I think at I should know this. Was it Philadelphia? I think before. No. He's come through the ranks. So he's not just my dad's rich and I get involved. His dad's not an owner in the league, by the way. So no. So he's legit. He is legitimate. He is
Alrighty.
absolutely legitimate.
Arthur Smith, huh?
Arthur Smith, dude. That's where it's at. Anyway, a big sports show. We'll talk about Rafa Benitez today. Why it's gone wrong at Everton for him. Newcastle, they're going to get relegated. It's going to get very, very ugly. I think Cristiano Ronaldo should move from Man United. And if I was his agent, I'd go in January. I'll tell you what his options are. I think he'll save it for the end of the year. You don't need an ugly divorce from the love of your life at Manchester United. So that's what's coming up on the show. We got the boys. We got everybody in the mix. Most importantly, we got you. Most importantly, we've got you. By the way, some people don't know that we're available as a podcast. I know we had a listener on the Gareth Cliff show this morning saying, hey, this should be a podcast. It is available as a podcast. The MKT Show on every single platform where you can get a podcast. So it's cliffcentral.com, the Cliff Central app, Spotify, Google Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts. So I know some people can't obviously watch live on YouTube, so feel free to join us later on. And please do leave your comments and ratings. If you hate it, even if it's just 1 star and you're like, this is a terrible waste of 2 hours a day, leave 1 star. I'm cool with that. I'm all about honesty. This is the MKT Show. Let's get into it. A friend of mine is still in big trouble because I didn't realize that he actually watched the show. And yesterday I kind of discussed his romantic situation, and I also discussed it on Africa's leading podcast on the Gareth Cliff show this morning. He's in some hot water, and he did send me a text last night. I mean, I can't really share it, but now that I've spoken about it, I can't stop now. So Ryan, go ahead, Jimbo.
Is this the friend or?
Yeah, no, it's my mate. He sent me a text yesterday. I'm not sure which mic I'm hearing you on, but you sound a little hollow on that mic. There we go.
Hi.
Yeah, sound good now.
Sorry, just doing sound tests live. 1, 2.
I think Hollow is a song from that movie.
That narrows it down.
Oh, it's one of the Disney movies you like.
It's not Shallow.
Yeah, I think that's
Shallow.
Yeah,
Different movie.
yeah. Not even Disney.
Lady Gaga, Bradley Cooper.
Haven't seen it. Don't really
What?
like. Oh, is that the one where they sing together?
Yes.
What's that? A duet?
Yes.
That's correct.
Tell me something, girl.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah.
Good song or not?
Great
Yeah.
song. Well,
Great song.
Outstanding soundtrack. Original.
Really?
Bradley Cooper, actor, not singer. Now singer and actor.
It's true.
Because of that, or did he release other music as well?
I don't think so.
No, I
Scarlett
don't think
Johansson
she-
has an album.
I think it's more like a one-hit wonder.
Yeah, I think like A
Situation.
Star Is Born was his first like thing.
Oh, is that the movie?
Yeah.
What was he? Was he playing a musician? Someone famous or?
Yeah.
I mean, he's famous and a
yeah,
very
he
good
was
actor.
playing as a musician, but it actually turned out he recorded the original soundtrack, and it sounded really good. So
Okay, so
it wasn't a
he
situation
portraying a
where
musician?
they replaced, like they got a singer in to sing for him. He actually sang the song.
Okay, you're answering a different question there. Was he portraying a musician? Like,
Yes.
Yes.
was he do it like James Dean or whatever?
Oh no, not a
No, no,
real
no,
live
no, no.
person. No, he was him. He
wa-
was his own man.
Do you guys know what the word portraying means?
Yes. He wasn't portraying another like famous singer. He was.
Oh, it was just a fictional singer.
He was
who-
a fictional
it was
singer.
the journey of a. And was Lady Gaga in the movie?
Yes.
Is she an actress as well?
Well, this is why it's controversial.
Yeah, that. Because I think now just being in a movie makes you an actor, but that's not true, right? So it's like some people at the indoor soccer club versus Cristiano Ronaldo. Yes, you're both playing football, but one of you is a footballer. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's an art form. Acting is an art form. Like,
Yeah.
is Lady Gaga now?
No, she's like a real deal. For real.
Yeah, she's acted in a couple of films.
Based
I
on
think.
what?
I was gonna. No, I don't like the road this is going down.
No, what do you mean?
She's been nominated for a couple of awards, most notably an Oscar.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, well, that's no. So she's legit.
Yeah, no.
It's
Lady
not-
Gaga's legit. She's also in a couple of Netflix things, if I'm not mistaken.
As an actress, or you have to say actor now to be gender neutral.
Yeah, you do.
So now she's okay. Well, that's cool. I mean, at least she's not taking the Mickey. You know, there are some people who take the Mickey a bit. Like, I'm famous now. Let me get in movies, and they get paid for a couple of movies. Shout out to them for that. But then that must make how angry must actors get, dude? There's so few jobs.
What did they these musicians just make a switch?
Or like influencers or like just really famous people get roles now instead of like, I'm an actor, I should get that role. Like that's what I do for a living. But now you got like, I don't know, the one film, not Space Jam, there was one before with LeBron James is walking in there. And he's like the co-star in the movie. That must drive actors insane, dude. It's like, LeBron, that is not your awesome bit. But it's like movie roles are like $20 million as well. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Are they really that like? Surely there's a lot more movie roles now than there was like 20 years ago. Surely.
Well, it's still limited. I mean, let's say
No, sure.
let's say there's 1,000 movies a year. There's still like 20,000 actors.
Yeah, but I mean, if you take into account now you got Hulu and you have Netflix, there's a lot more productions going on than your Warner Brothers and all of that going on.
No, I understand what you're saying, but it's almost like then you could say there's more football teams, so it's not difficult to get into the football academies. No, that hasn't changed. Like, it's still murder just to get a casting, and then there's a second casting, and then there's a screen test, and then there's like a casting after the screen test. So I know, like, I've been on the other side of it. Is I'm saying, if you're an actor, you're one of 100 that goes to a casting. LeBron James doesn't even go to the casting. They just, oh, you're doing great things in basketball. LeBron, what do you think of being on the silver screen this summer, by the way? That would drive me crazy. Because people go to university for like 3 years for these acting schools, by the way.
And then it gets given to a sportsman.
Yeah, then LeBron says,
Then LeBron just steps in as LeBron. Doesn't have to act.
shout out, I'm balding and I can't let it go. But
LeBron lands Space Jam, the biggest movie of 2021.
we need to watch more sports movies, but have you seen Space Jam? Because
I haven't seen the new one only because I don't want to ruin the old one.
yeah, no. You see, that's my reason. Ryan, you and I are very much the same. Is that's an all-timer. And I prefer LeBron over Michael Jordan. So
Okay, no, you see,
you're the other way around. You like
Yeah.
Kobe though.
no. Well, yeah, I do like Kobe, but I would watch Michael Jordan over LeBron James.
Yeah. So
I don't find LeBron James interesting.
oh, he's not your guy.
No.
Yeah, it's different. He's not so old school. He's a little bit here, there, everywhere. But he's doing it. But yeah, the new one, oh, that's going to be... It's kind of like Anchorman 2. You ever seen that? Not good.
Yeah,
Because Anchorman 1 was so good.
Yeah.
I don't know if I've seen two actually.
Yeah, Ryan, don't do it. He has a
Waste of
pet.
time.
He has a pet shark though.
Are you for sequels? Not for sequels.
Like what kind of sequels?
Sequels in general. Do you believe a sequel can be better than the original?
In comedy, no. But I mean, if it, like Godfather 1, 2, and 3, I could watch all of those on loop, and they're individually unbelievable masterpieces. You know. But for once you're a cult comedy like Anchorman, no, I absolutely don't think so. Like I think Ted was a big mistake because I absolutely loved the first one. I think that was an error. I think Shrek should have stopped at 1 as well. I saw the second one and I fell asleep in the middle of it. Like I think Shrek was one of the most defining films in sort of animation to comedy transition because comedy that was animated was not very good, late 90s and noughties, and then Shrek came along. Pooh, bang, whammy, and that went to another level. But it should have stopped at 1. Should have stopped at 1. How many have they made now, James? Oh, James, you love Shrek.
Shrek's dope, dude.
And you've got what? Everything, t-shirt, mug, slippers probably with the orc ears.
No,
or
I
whatever
just
animal
think it's dope because it's so clever. Like it's so well thought out.
I also just think it's Mike Myers.
Mike Myers is dope.
There's no denying that.
Mike Myers, Love Guru.
He's actually a Liverpool fan.
Hey, oh, he is very British.
So
What's
is
he, Canadian
Daniel
British,
Craig, James Bond.
What's that?
Daniel Craig.
Oh,
Also.
now you've just
Love him.
Oh, really?
Mm.
Do you watch James Bond?
How do you mean that?
Have you seen James Bond?
Yes.
The ones with him in?
Yeah.
I hate
Isn't
them.
he in 2 or 3 of them?
No, I think he's like 6, dude.
No.
He's only from Casino Royale.
Yeah, oh, that's what, 3, isn't it?
No, he's.
No, whoa.
I think No Time to Die will be his third one.
Third one, yeah.
Yeah.
Third or fourth?
Oh, I said 3.
No, you said he's in like 6.
Well, I just said 3 now at the end. That was 3 movies ago.
It's too many numbers. I don't like
So,
it.
so, but hold on. So Daniel Craig, terrible James Bond. He looks like a bouncer in a suit. James Bond is meant to be smooth and suave.
That's disrespectful.
And what's he like? He's shorter than me. He's tiny.
No, but he's definitely one of the best Bonds.
He's definitely not one of the best Bonds. Roger Moore, you know him? No, you don't. You haven't seen
Pierce
any of those.
Brosnan.
What's that?
Pierce Brosnan was a goody pretty.
Yeah.
James what?
Bloody hell. Okay, let's talk about sport because what is going on back
A
there?
goody pretty.
No,
A pretty
James,
good
James.
James Bond.
James,
I got there in the end.
terrible. All right, let me list off the best James Bonds and then we'll get into this.
Okay.
Number 1,
Okay.
Sean Connery. Number 2, Roger Moore. Number 3, Pierce Brosnan. The rest are just fillers. It's in life there is girlfriend material and there's people you marry. Those 3 are James Bond. Everybody else, shut the hell up. Daniel Craig looks like a bouncer. I watched the first one, whatever that one was called. Absolutely terrible. Tracy Bart says Terminator 2 was definitely better than the first. It's a good argument. I mean, back then action films were action films. I'll be back. Take me to the top. The Garble Night.
So what? Because I see it's now becoming a thing in the comments. So what do you think? Which movies do you think the sequel is better than the original?
The sequel's better than the original.
Yeah.
I don't think that exists. That's wow. That's a very, very good question.
Sequel better than the original.
I don't think that exists.
None of the Transformers, right?
Oh my god.
Because there's been 76
Are
of them.
you kidding me? Now, the first, do you know, in the second one, so myself and a friend called Rogan sat and watched.
Rogan was on the show.
He was on the show, Rogan Hill, fantastic guy, movie buff like you've never met before. From the beginning of film till today, Rogan will tell you everything, who wrote it, why it was shot like this, why it was shot like that. Absolute movie aficionado, full-time, big-time lawyer, by the way, for a full-time living. But if there's music and movies, Rogan Heel, unstoppable. We watched the second Transformers. It takes you, I forget whether it's 51 minutes or an hour and 1 minute to see the first Transformer in the second Transformers.
An hour in?
I think it was an hour and 1 minute or 51 minutes. I can't remember, but it's definitely a one with, yeah. Before you see the first Transformer, why is there so much Shia LaBeouf on screen for that? He's just supposed to be a thing on the screen. Autobots, roll out. Let's get Optimus Prime and let's kill some bad guys. Bad guys are winning. Boom, end of the movie. Didn't need to be 3 hours.
I think where Transformers changed was when they moved away from the whole Shia LaBeouf vibe, and moved on to like a whole new kind of look and feel with Mark Wahlberg. That was pretty dope.
Okay, you know what? After the second one, I stopped because I was just like, what is going on here? Why am I seeing... Because, you see, I've seen the originals. The little boy, Sam, was supposed to kind of just be a conduit to introduce the Transformers to Earth. He's not the main character.
Yeah.
Why is Shia LaBeouf becoming the main character is what I hated.
He was also very intense at a point. Like, his acting's super intense.
Oh, what, in real life?
Yeah, just like an explosion would happen, and he would, like, just his whole face. He'd have a dirty face after about 3 seconds in the sand.
Yeah.
And then an explosion would happen, and then he wouldn't be able to breathe for the next half of the film because that one explosion, and then it's all slow motion, and his face is dirty. And
But what are you talking about now? Transformers?
yeah,
Yeah, but he also went... Yeah, things happened in real life as well with him, hey?
who?
Shia LaBeouf.
I don't know what actually happened. I think he had like a little breakdown thing.
Yeah, dude,
I'm not sure.
It's a pity, but listen, fame will do that. What you got to do is the Zac Efron move. Just move to Australia, dude. Well, once it gets too much. Zac Efron lives in Australia now, making
The only thing
documentaries.
stopping me from moving to Australia is the the size of the spiders.
Oh, I was going to say the accents of the girls, because those are so grating on the ears. Australian ladies, I'm so sorry, but you are beautiful. But my word, once you get the high pitch,
How you doing?
Randall, Randy, Ree, and
Let's go look at the didgeridoos.
Yeah, that's one of the toughest accents in the world. I mean, people say we sound like Neanderthals, right? South Africans, because we talk like this. You know what I mean?
We actually have apparently we have the second sexiest language in the world.
What, to chimpanzees or what? To people?
Yeah.
Do people think our accent's sexy?
Apparently so.
Americans apparently think the South African accent's very sexy.
Now that's interesting.
Yeah. Very weird.
Yeah, the Brits make fun of us all the time.
Yeah.
But Australian, that's got to be, honestly, of the English-speaking countries, that's the one, dude. I can't do it.
How you doing?
Oh, I told you I took a very famous Australian once for a hike. It was... Oh,
I do know of that Australian.
yeah, that was extremely tough.
And
Like, I mean, yeah, no, whatever. That's one thing. But the accent stuff, you know what it is? It's when the voice is high mixed with Rotorua, Ringirong, Dingo.
do you think all words in Australia just start with an R for some reason?
But that's Kookaburra. Ma.
There's no R's in Kookaburra,
Kookaburra. Okay,
except at the end.
Oh, Sheila, just go down, get a frothy down the park. That's what they sound like.
Sure.
It's tough. Sorry,
Australian
Australia.
accent in person is way better though.
What's that?
When you're actually in Australia, it's actually a very cool accent. It grew on me a lot when I was there.
You know what? It got worse for me when I was in
Got
Brisbane.
worse, but where were you in Australia?
Vegas, Brisbane. It's where I've.
Are you in Brisbane?
Yeah. No, not now. I'm in the studio now. But
No, but you were
yeah, I was. Yeah.
You're in the
Once-
studio?
Yeah,
not just a hologram.
could be.
Kanye West bought a hologram for Kim Kardashian
When?
for her, I think her 40th birthday.
But then they got divorced. Maybe she hated the hologram.
It was a hologram of her dad.
Well, that's
Oh
not
no,
good.
that's not good.
Yeah.
Oh no. Hey, that's good. No. So sorry, I forget. That was former stepdad. But you meant the real dad. The
No,
Kardashian,
actually,
the
like
lawyer.
like Rob Kardashian. Yeah.
Yeah, the great lawyer who may or may not have been cuckolded by OJ.
No, OJ. Huh?
Because who's the healthier tall girl who likes the basketball players? Who's definitely not
Jenner.
or the bigger girl.
Oh, Chloe.
Chloe, she's the one who's OJ's daughter that everyone's saying.
Yes, yeah. There was a whole thing about her.
Imagine that, hey? Like somebody saves you from murder and you think, good idea. I should sleep with your wife.
Do you know what makes no sense to me?
Is that he may have killed a woman?
Well, yeah, that too, but
But the glove don't fit, so you must have quit.
So the thing that doesn't make sense to me is there was like this huge uproar, right, around the Kardashians when this rumor came out, and she was very upset about the whole thing, and how could you say this kind of stuff, and then blah blah blah, and I'm very sad and lots of tears and stuff. And then like a week later, she was on SNL making jokes about it.
That's because they probably gave her $5 million.
No, it's because they say the devil works hard, but Kris Jenner works harder.
That's good. That's good.
It's the MKT Show. We didn't solve a dilemma. This is the MKT Show. So, my mate is still in a dilemma. I do have more news, but we'll get to that. Yondan Diggy says, hate it or love it, the MKT Show is on top of it, ain't going nowhere. It'll never stop. It'll never stop. I love it, Yonda. If you are joining us for the first time on YouTube, please do subscribe. It's awesome. We're trying to build a community and trying to make people smile for 2 hours a day. That's all we're trying to do.
We're like the bus on speed. Just won't stop. Just because we can't. Because there's... Not that there's going to be an explosion or anything. Just because the metaphor is the bus doesn't stop.
You know, you forget Sandra Bullock, huh?
It was welcome surprised that I know that movie.
I'm also stunned. Have you seen all of it?
No.
Sandy B's a great actress, just by the way.
No.
B,
Hey,
huh?
you forget. She's all-timer.
Yeah.
All-timer. Keanu is in that as well.
Yeah. Speed 2 is also pretty good.
Tough to beat Speed 1, though. Let's be honest.
I don't know. I saw Speed 2 first, and then
Wait. Why? What happened? What's her name? The only reason you would ever watch it is because somebody you had romantic feelings for was already on Speed 2, so you thought, I have to make her happy and then go back to 1. Why would you do that? That doesn't make any sense.
honestly, I think just because it was on SABC3, I didn't have DSTV.
Okay. No. I mean, then that's fair.
So then when I got DSTV, I saw that Speed 1, and I was like, but Speed 2 was pretty epic with the ship.
Yeah.
And then you go to a
boat.
bus, but then you realize, it's got Keanu Reeves, yeah.
Oh, you're not a fan?
No, I love Keanu Reeves. He's John Wick.
That guy's awesome.
He's the Matrix. He's John Wick. I mean, I don't think that guy's ever played a bad movie role.
But he's just awesome. That's the way to do it, right? Keanu Reeves, no nonsense.
No
nonsense. I'm here. I'm acting. I'm out.
And I see they're trying to push him into the Marvel universe now, which is cool.
Really?
Yeah.
As which character though?
I'm not sure. I just know that people are wanting to get him involved somewhere.
I hope he doesn't do it. Like that kind of. It'll keep his mystique, because if he becomes that guy now, it's kind of like Robert Downey Jr. is just another guy now, you know? Like if you get into the bubblegum stuff, that's what you are now.
Robert Downey Jr. will never ever replace.
Nah, but he's bubblegum now. Like there's nothing. Like he can try and be. Now he has to try to be cool. Like now, think of Keanu Reeves. He's John Wick. There's no he's in Marvel and now 6-year-olds are digging him. Like, no, I'm watching John Wick. This guy's ice cold. I still haven't seen John Wick, by the way, so I need to do the right thing.
Even in the comments, they're talking about John Wick.
I need to.
Depraving yourself of a great movie.
I agree. I mean, I'm also not going to take advice from a bunch of people that haven't seen Raging Bull, Taxi Driver, Casablanca. You haven't seen any of those movies. How in the words of the great conservationist, Greta Thunberg, how dare you?
I hate that this has become a thing on the show.
What's that?
Mainly because it's often directed at me.
But why do you hate Greta Thunberg?
I didn't say I hate her.
Oh, don't you want the world to be saved? Or you and Ryan? That's because Ryan thinks there's no ducks here in Joburg.
There's no turtles in Joburg.
No turtles in Joburg, so don't even worry about it.
All the turtles are in the Western Cape, apparently.
Unbelievable. This is a guy who wears Jordans on the beach. Listen, I got to tell you this, right? So my mate from yesterday.
Is this a catch up on the? The mate.
So okay, for those who didn't listen yesterday. All right, Tracy Bart says Keanu was also in Devil's Advocate, epic movie, just an incredible movie. I think that's Pacino. I think it's Pacino with Keanu Reeves in that. I stand to be corrected, but Devil's Advocate, incredible. There's another guy, Al Pacino. Blimey, that guy. Listen, Godfather has Pacino, right? He's in the mix. He's the main guy. He's the Don, as they say. And he really takes on his father's character, who's Marlon Brando, who wins an Oscar for a 10-minute appearance, basically, in the movie. But then you've got De Niro in the same film, by the way. So you've got Brando, De Niro, Pacino. If you haven't seen Godfather, I mean, I don't even know what you're doing. Anyway, the update from the field, reporting live from the relationship field, is that my mate has made a call here, James, because I might as well. Sorry.
Ooh, I'm interested.
Yeah, so he's going to go for it.
Nice, dude.
He's going to go for it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Secure the W, son.
Well, unless she says no, and then he's ruined a friendship for life.
No, you gotta put it out there. He's gonna secure the W. He's gonna get the bag.
And also, if it does, then just let it burn.
Let it burn.
Oh, jeez.
So, Ryan, you weren't here yesterday. Maybe let's give a bit of context.
Yes.
Yeah, please.
So, a friend of mine has been besties with this lady. I don't know. Let's just say 5 years. It's been a long time, more than 3 years, and he's kind of come to the realization that that's the lady he wants in his life. But it's weird now because they're best friends, and he's kind of feeling, is he in the friend zone too much? And Paulo Diaz, shout out to Paulo in the 80s Show, which you can catch on every single platform you use. If you like 80s music, you want to listen to that, shout out to Barrett as well. Anyway, Paulo said this: if he goes and says anything to her now, is as an adult, it's going to be very difficult for him, if she says no, to remain friends. So he's in that situation. Anyway, so he's realized this is the love of my life. I actually love this woman more than just a best friend. And they are like weirdly close as well. So it's not like a normal close. They're extremely close. But now Paulo was saying as well, like, it's going to look weird if he makes a move. Oh, have you been keeping an eye on me this whole time kind of thing? Yeah. But he's decided he's gonna give it a go.
I was trapped in a situation like that once.
Oh! Excellent. I mean, we are a sports show. What are you talking about? Ryan, talk me through it. Okay. Whoa, what? Really?
Yes.
Okay, but so how old are you now?
26.
How long ago was this situation?
This is college, so 2015, 2016.
Okay, so when would you, was that you met her in 2015?
Yeah.
So 2015, 16, you oh no, Ryan. So what happened? Okay, so you walk into varsity, you're like, did you meet her immediately at college?
Yeah, we were actually in the same interview to get into college together.
Oh, that's murder. So you saw her immediately and you thought, oh my goodness, I would do anything to take you to lunch kind of thing immediately.
Actually, it wasn't like that in the beginning. We were actually just good friends first for for a couple of years. So for 2015, 2016.
Yeah.
And then 2017 in my final year is when it got messy.
So did you, and was it from her side or from your side? Did you want more or did she want more?
Me.
Okay, so you wanted more, and were you guys like super close, like friends?
Yeah. We used to travel to college together.
Okay, good. I'm glad you said that. Who would give who a lift? Were you giving her a lift or was she giving you a lift?
It was on both sides, but me more so.
Oh man, this is bad. So did you feel? Oh man. Okay.
I don't like the way James is laughing at this.
So now, oh man, this is Ryan. I'm so sorry, but this is so interesting to me. So now, okay, so 2 years, and then you reckon in your final year, you're like, oh my goodness, this person's awesome, as well. Like beyond just being mates.
Yeah, everyone started playing that card like, you guys are gonna get married. You're gonna.
That's the worst.
They implanted that in.
Why?
Just we were always together. Everywhere we went, functions.
Oh, that's fair enough.
Places.
And you guys never kissed or like nothing romantic ever happened?
No.
Tell me something. At any stage, was she dating at all?
She wasn't dating, but she was looking to date.
Okay, so you never met any guys that were like her romantic situation?
No. She broke up with her boyfriend in 2015 when she first started college. So like 6 months in, she broke up with her boyfriend in college.
Man. So then 2 years and then you got into it. And so now obviously we have to get to the interesting part. What happened? So did you go? I mean, because that's a bit of a situation, Ryan. What were you thinking? Okay, before you tell me what happened, is in that last year, like, what were the thoughts going through your head? Like, am I friend zoned? Could you see you were in the friend zone? Were you thinking, oh my goodness, what happens if she says no? Here's what I'm gonna do. Were you thinking, oh, you know what I'll do is I'll do the I got you thing if she says no? Like, what were you thinking?
It's a suppressed memory, if I'm honest, but
well, too late now. I mean,
for most of what I remember, it was always asking, should I cross that line? And I knew once the line was crossed, once you've said it, you can't take it back.
But why is that a problem? Because did you fear losing the friendship as well? Did you think?
Yeah, well, yeah,
that's tough.
At the time, yeah, it was. I suppose it was like that. It was a different time back then.
So okay, now what happened? Did you text her? Did you say, hey, we need to talk? Can you remember?
I can't remember exactly, but I think eventually it came out like in a fight. I think it got heated, and then we spoke about it, and it was like,
whoa. So you guys were in a fight, and you thought while you were in there, plus while I'm at it, I really love you.
No. No. It wasn't like that. It was like, I don't know. I guess I pointed it out like, have you not been seeing
okay,
what's
so
been going on? It was one of those like wake up realization.
For her, you're trying to like, hey,
Yeah, I was trying to be like,
wake up, man. Stop living your life in the dark. I'm a freaking great guy and I love you. And it's freaking annoying that you won't see it. Kind of.
something like that.
Right.
Look, it could be from the way I saw things. I hope it didn't come out like that.
It sounds super notebooky.
Yeah, but it's terrible. Dude.
Like it's raining, and you know what? This is something that we have to decide together. And I hate you, but I love you.
But it didn't work. It was.
Did she say, like, I see you as just as a friend?
Yeah, but
and what happened from there? Did you guys remain friends? Did you stop giving her a lift to varsity?
Yeah.
Because I imagine that does make it tricky once.
Yeah, we remain friends. We're still friends now, but it's not the same.
Yeah, it's different.
Like I said, crossed the line once. Was the thing is I had to go cold turkey. It was like
no, for sure. Because
I don't like to dwell on it, because then otherwise I just sit and think, and then eventually, you know what, you just have to be like, I'm calling it.
Yeah.
And disconnect yourself from the situation.
And also because, especially with the giving like a lift thing, is that now that's so surely after that, hey, you find your own way to school, right? Or did you guys carry on with the lift club? Surely not.
I think we did a
ways.
A couple lifts every now and then.
Did you do like the plexiglass in between you two? Like you know, for COVID now you have to have the plastic glass. So
I actually think
that's what I do in the car.
At the end of 2016 and then 2017, I went when we were doing, because it was the final year, so you choose what you want to specialize in.
Yeah.
And I think I went to my HOD and I said I want to be separated. I don't want to be in like a class with any of the girls at the school. I was like, I want to be in a completely different class.
Oh my gosh. So yeah, that hit you pretty hard, eh?
Yeah.
No, and understandably, I like.
No, she's still really cool, and we still talk, but obviously it's never been the same.
So Ryan, actually, what you wanted to do was probably like graphic design, and then she ended up choosing that in third year. You're like, oh well,
no,
sound engineering it is.
I went so it's like you have your registered classes that you're in, no matter which way you choose.
That's why Ryan's doing sound.
Yeah,
because he can do graphic design.
Actually, he'd rather be in. Ryan's real passion is knitting, but she just ended up that she was the best embroider in the college, and Ryan said that you are the devil's spawn. There is no way, and his entire life was changed.
Just changed it completely.
Just like
the whole course of his life. Just
in fact, there's a reason Ryan's never given a lift to any girl ever again. This woman doesn't realize what she is. No, but Ryan, on a serious note, dude, it's that is, you know, love is such a tricky thing. No matter what age, like people pretend, oh, if you're 21, you can't be in love because you have to be 41. Like it hurts just as much. Like being 21, you don't know any. You don't like. It feels like the end of the world. If you love somebody and they say no, that's the most personal thing in the world. But it's, dude, as long as you've come through it, I mean, you're an awesome bloke now. It doesn't seem like you've become murderous or anything. So that's pretty cool. Shout out to that. But I think, you know, you're only 26, dude. Have you seen her since varsity ended?
Yeah. I haven't seen her in a couple months now, but she called me a couple months ago. She was looking to buy a new car. And so she wanted me to go and check out.
Are you the nicest man in the world? I would have told her to go jump in a lake, but you...
Same.
But, unless... Bum, bum, bum. The candle isn't out. Maybe... James, you see, you haven't thought about this. Maybe Ryan's thinking, you need... the defibrillator, blah, blah, blah. He thinks maybe that's a way in now, you know? Car talk, I don't know. I don't live in the West End. Maybe he's thinking... you got to get the 8.6 suspension. And then he thinks that's romantic talk. And maybe he shows her the new car. Bob's your uncle.
No.
I've lived that story before. Not the car thing directly, but just, yeah.
Wait, what are you talking about now?
Well, when you think that there's still a chance. And there's
and listen, if there's one thing ladies will do, is they will get you to help them with stuff knowing that you like them and they have no intention. That they are excellent at that. I mean, I've never been in that situation yet, but I know I will be. Like, guys are idiots. If you love a lady, you'll do anything.
But that's why I was like, if you're gonna cross that line and the bridge burns, then it must burn.
Okay, so you haven't let it go. I thought you had. Yeah. So that's the mistake I made earlier. Okay. No, shout out, Ryan. So wait, did you go and help her with the car thing?
Yeah.
What?
What car did she get?
I think it was a Mazda. Yeah. Winston.
So how long ago was this? A couple of months ago, hey?
Yeah. Well, I'd say it's more than a year now. I think.
Is she single still?
Last time I checked, I don't.
Whoa,
think
when
so.
did you? Why did you check? I told you.
No, well,
you're allowed to check.
No, well, you just check up on.
So okay, maybe we should close this one off. Any hope? Do you think maybe you guys are 4 or 5 years on from it? Maybe you ask her again, and maybe things have changed now. Because, dude, like also time changes things. Maybe at that time she wasn't in a place. Maybe you rekindle, and maybe she's an awesome person now.
I don't think so.
Oh, jeepers.
Wow.
Well, you don't think she's awesome, or you don't think...
Sorry?
You don't think she's awesome now?
No. I do think she's awesome now. But I think time has passed.
So you think, no going back, you hurt me once, forget you.
Yeah, it's... Yeah.
No, and you know what, Ryan? I agree with you there. I'm that person. Like, I'm huge on... If I wasn't good enough for you at any stage in my life now, like, and now... You're moving and grooving, Ryan. You're doing your stuff. And now she goes, maybe I made a mistake. This Ryan guy is actually awesome. He's a really honest person and extremely kind. Like, no, sorry. Get the hell out of here.
Don't do it.
That's what I'm with you, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm saying she can go straight to hell. I mean, I don't know her. She may be saving young children and feeding orphans. But as far as I'm concerned, Ryan's my guy. She can go straight to hell.
Did you say she may be saving young children feeding orphans?
And feeding orphans.
Oh, I thought you meant... She was saving young children that were feeding orphans, so she was doing like a triple good deed.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
So even if she's that, I don't want to be her friend because she didn't give Ryan a chance. That's what I'm saying.
She did you wrong.
She did my guy wrong, and I'm for the home team.
I think, but I don't know.
Ryan, and I'm sorry because that's a heartbreaking story, by the way, on a very serious note.
It is what it is. But I mean, it's one of those situations where things don't work out, and then later you're like, okay, cool.
Okay, well, before we finish off on this heartbreaker hotel, I mean, boy, oh boy, Ryan, I was not expecting to have that conversation today. Tough to hear one of my guys have that situation. Michael says he mustn't. Okay, so we're speaking about my mate's situation. He says he mustn't tell her that he loves her. He must do something to completely sweep her off her feet. Something that will show her without any doubt that he is all in. Then he has a very good chance. That is awesome advice. That is awesome advice. Plus, he knows her better than anybody on this planet. That is awesome advice. Now, having said that, guys, final round of voting here. Because I love what Michael said there. Tracy says, Mbulelo, tell your friend you dissect a frog. Don't be surprised when it dies. You're overanalyzing this. Just surprise her. And what had Michael said. Yeah, no, fair enough. I see what Tracy's saying here.
Important thing here is Tracy's saying you just need to surprise her. Because we all know this at the end of the day, it's you. And this lady lives in Cape Town. It's you. And we know this. And that's where we are. So you just need to surprise her and dissect a frog for some reason.
No, well, it's an analogy, I think. So
I don't have any allergies.
Oh, no, well, that's good. I mean, it's hay fever season.
Yeah.
So good for you. A lot of people sound Australian. So sorry. People with hay fever think they're also the second coming of Christ, right?
They do.
Sorry, I'm late, guys. I've just, it's the hay fever.
They also have to tell you they have hay fever.
I know. Oh, are you kidding me? Vegans, CrossFit, and people with hay fever, right? Like, sorry, I'm late, guys. Sorry. It's just, it's the change of season. But, like, nobody cares, Elizabeth. Sit down. You're 5 minutes late for the meeting, and now you've turned the whole thing upside down because you have something which you aren't going to die from. Just blow your nose outside and sit down.
Also, Elizabeth, sneeze once in this meeting and you're out.
Because of COVID. No. Put a mask on.
Hay fever.
No, well, that's what I'm saying. Is like, because now she's made it a thing. Like, her hay fever's a thing now. Now let's make it about us. Like Lizzie, there's COVID now. Lizzie. Right? I appreciate that you're a bit sick. Put a mask on. Yeah, but when I got my nose blocked with a mask. Elizabeth, we're 10 minutes into the meeting. It's the AGM. Like, please. Like, please. Like push it back on her, you know what I mean? Like those people that have to tell you everything in their lives, what you got to do immediately is push it back on them.
Sorry, I'm late. I was at yoga class. Well, maybe leave yoga a bit earlier next time, Jennifer.
Maybe don't go to yoga now. The yoga class is all the way till 10 o'clock at night. You know what I mean? Like push back on them. You got to push back on these people. Otherwise, it becomes a dystopia. It becomes madness. Your hay fever is not stopping an AGM.
How do we really feel about people with hay fever and do yoga?
Yeah, well, you know, not sure if I made it clear.
I don't think you did.
Bloody Elizabeth.
Anyway, your friend, Cape Town.
Yeah.
And stuff.
So, I mean, everyone's just presuming because I was in Cape Town, that person's in Cape Town.
Well.
Yeah. But do I need to answer that and clear it up that person's in Joburg? But that doesn't really help my case.
No, not even for a second.
I'm also in Joburg. Yeah. Okay, well, let's just say for the sake of this case, it's not me. Like, I tell you.
Okay, and Hitler didn't die in a bunker in Argentina.
Oh wait, so I missed this whole thing here. So this is actually MKT's story here.
No, that's what people are alleging.
That's what the theory is, because he does often decide last minute, not really last minute, but he does often decide that he's dipping off to Cape Town for a while.
I've noticed.
And yesterday he the timing of him bringing up a situation where his friend is into his best friend, it all seemed to coincide and the chakras aligned.
Yeah.
While Mercury wasn't in retrograde.
Yeah, that's true, and that's important if you're a Sagittarius to get that.
I don't like anything I heard there.
Yeah. You know, there's some people who talk like that, and they don't think like that's their normal day. Just like.
What about Mercury's and chakras? And
I know 3 people that talk like.
But it's like they talk about that, about real life stuff. It's like, oh my God, you guys, my parents are getting divorced. Like, oh my God, is your dad a Taurus?
No.
What?
It was actually written in the stars that if your dad was a Taurus, they were going to get divorced on their 22nd anniversary.
Yeah, and I didn't want to say it on the wedding day, but your mom's an Aries. It was doomed from the beginning. But yeah, I just think karma is going to...
And her water sign just doesn't match your dad's earth sign.
What's a water sign again?
I don't know, bro.
But I see what you mean. They'll say
like go to the Eastgate B&B and buy those crystals.
Let's just make it something.
Symbols
let's just make something very clear right now. I wouldn't be caught dead at Eastgate. This is I know we're hypothetically talking, but I need to clear that up immediately, straight out of the gate.
So for those watching the show, he's serious, and he got very serious very quickly.
There's no way.
Eastgate, you can buy anything.
No chance I'm going to Eastgate.
No, but if you need anything, like I'm pretty sure John Wick goes there.
Oh, hey, he's cleaning up people in Mamelodi, by the way. That is still going on.
Is he still vibing?
Still doing his thing. The Boko Haram guys are getting slain one by one.
So this is just a warning if you're in Boko Haram and you're watching the show.
I don't think it's the original Boko Haram. These guys call themselves Boko Haram in Mamelodi.
Version.
Yeah, the Mamelodi... The spin-off. There's another sequel that's probably not as good as the original.
Would you love to see the day?
Yeah, no, listen, terrorism's very, very bad. Listen, we're a sports show. Everton are a football club, and they got Rafa Benitez, and it hasn't gone as well, right, at Everton. So it is the Merseyside derby coming up soon, and it's not gone very well. And the more I've thought about it, though, I've thought to myself, you know what? Let's start off with this analogy. Like, if you get a divorce in life, right? There's only one rule after a divorce. Don't marry your sister's best friend. Like, that's the one rule. You don't marry, like, maybe 3 or 4 degrees of separation. You don't marry your wife's best friend. Your sister's best friend. After a divorce, just get out there, do your thing. There's ill feeling in the inner circle. let that kind of dissipate. And I think Rafa going from being a beast at Liverpool to managing Everton, it just wasn't going to work. There's no buy-in, and it's hard enough. It's hard enough on its own. It's been a disaster. Listen, they're 7 without a win at the moment, 6 points above the relegation zone. And football's so tricky, right? Especially in a club like Everton, where they've got a cult hero like David Moyes. They love her. They love a cult hero. And Rafa is a cult hero across Stanley Park. And it just hasn't worked out for that reason. But another reason I think it hasn't worked, and I don't think it'll ever work, I think Rafa will have to be a transition, is that actually Rafa's profile is too big for Everton. And they don't know what to do with Rafa, right? Do we give him full control? But we're still kind of a startup, so we kind of want to do it our way. Is Everton haven't really decided, are we going to go for it Roman Abramovich style and really give him everything? Or are we going to bring in a Damari Gray here and there? And it's kind of weird, right? So Rafa actually needs to work with the best of the best, and Everton aren't sure where they want to go. Plus the fans aren't on board. I think if you're an Everton fan, you probably need to accept this is just a consolidation year, because I think at the end of this year, just for everyone's sake, it's ugly. Listen, if you marry you get the divorce and you walk out and downstairs is your ex-wife's best friend and you're taking her to lunch, that's a disaster for everyone. And I think this has been a disaster for everybody. And Rafa Benitez is no less of a legend. I just think sometimes two good people meet at the wrong time in life. It just happens. Sometimes it's in the second year of varsity and you change your course. It happens to people I know. Sometimes you go and help her with a car years later. Ryan, I just compared your situation to Rafa Benitez at Everton.
Yeah, I heard about that one.
Sorry, I'm sorry for Rafa and you, dude.
Yeah, I'm also starting to feel sorry for him now.
Oh, so you get the depth of his pain. Rafa Benitez, Ryan Tinline. Who knew? Kindred Spirits, the MKT Show. John Wick, still murdering people that are murderers in Mamelodi. Doing good. You know, the Christians say he's doing God's work, quite frankly, you know. Can't terrorize people. And that's what these guys are doing. So he's saying a little bit of a vigilante. Now that gets a bit on a slippery slope, because vigilantes also, they might turn on you. It's like pirates back in the day, you know. They were working for the British Navy, and then they decided, wait, we also want some of that gold. Those 5/8s, they called them back in the day. They kind of grabbed them themselves. So, you know, vigilantes, nice in the short term, but they'll shoot you in the face long term. So, got to be careful, John Wick. I don't want to praise him too much, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying, James?
What a wicked outcome, huh?
I mean...
Sorry.
What are you eating?
Peanuts.
It's not very professional to eat on air.
But I haven't eaten anything today and I'm hungry.
Now, a lot of people say that's unprofessional. You should eat before the show.
Okay, fine. I'll put my peanuts down.
No. I don't mind that you're eating. Like, it's fine. It's fine. We're a different kind of show. But what kind of peanuts are those? Those look like those cheap ones.
They are Simba salted peanuts.
I mean, you didn't have to say the brand. I mean, are they going to pay us?
They are
cheap
the salted peanuts with a very famous lion on them.
Yeah, no, those are cheap ones. They
Not
are
that it says
terrible.
the name right there, but
I don't like peanuts or peanut butter. Absolutely terrible. Simpue says, James, fix your face.
What?
Now,
Sorry, my face annoys you. What does that mean?
Well, it could have been your response to something. I think maybe it was when Ryan was pouring his heart out, and I think you were laughing at a stage.
I wasn't laughing. I was withholding thoughts.
Laughter. So, James, what are your thoughts on Ryan's dilemma, though? So, because that's tough. That's tough. My man gave it because now, by the way, Ryan going for it and with it not going according to plan is also now trepidation for my mate. You know what I mean? Like, if I do go for it, if she says no, here's Ryan to this day. He doesn't seem like he's moved on. I mean, it's forced him to use the analogy, burn the bridge down or whatever a couple of times.
So, here's my thing, right? Life's short, okay? And imagine Ryan didn't say anything. And we're 4 years down the line. And Ryan still thinks there's a thing going on. But there isn't.
And I have a horrible habit of doing that, by the way.
There you go.
I get strung along for a long time.
So what happened was...
Oh, so wait, this hasn't happened only once? Like, where you've had this feeling of somebody's kind of using you and then...
No, not someone's kind of using you.
Kind of the friend zone thing.
Yeah.
No, but on a serious note, I've said this to you before, is I've never understood why you've always thought you're not sure you're going to date somebody. I'm like, what are you talking about? In fact, as you mature now, you've got the one trait that ladies, I know for a fact, love. You're one of the most honest, nicest people I've ever met. And I can tell you something. After the BS of like 23-year-old girls, what ladies are after is honest and nice. Everything else is nonsense. Trust me. Everything else it's rubbish. Looks... Like, you're nice and you're honest. Believe me, that is take it to the bank for ladies. Or at least the ladies I respect in my life. That's all they're after. They're not... So, I can imagine you being a prime target to be strung along though, Ryan, because you are extremely nice as a person. Extremely nice.
Yeah.
So...
It's a gift and a curse, I guess.
Maybe you need...
Maybe I need to do what James does and go older.
Oh, boy.
Go older?
You mean in terms of ladies?
Yeah, date older.
How much older is James' lady than him?
It's what, 2 years?
Like 2 years, yeah.
Oh, good for you, Jimbo.
That's what I said.
Come on, my man.
Why is this a thing?
Okay, my man. I didn't realize that.
She even makes it a thing, and she makes it seem like she's like 5-10 years older than me.
No, but 2 years.
It's not a long
especially
time.
Especially at 23. Now, here's what you don't realize. Girls are really about 5 years older than guys. At all times. At all times in terms of maturity. So I know you're thinking chronological, sort of biological age. I'm 25, she's 27 or whatever. Right? But in reality, she's like 35. It's like, I wonder when he's going to buy a house. Like in her mind, she's already planned out, you know what I mean? What to call the second dog that you're getting for your house. Whereas you're probably like, yeah, see, I wonder if the guys are available this weekend. I want to see if we can set up, maybe go to 7th Street. Am I crazy? Do I sound crazy, James?
I just didn't know this whole age thing was.
2 years.
Like a thing.
Come on, bro, James, you're doing God's work for the rest of us. No,
it's not it's not much, but it's honest work.
This guy. LB says this guy needs to listen to a Juice WRLD album. All girls are the same.
It's a great song.
Oh, is that a song? Huh?
Yeah.
I don't know it, but
Juice WRLD.
Hey, but listen, you can't operate from a place where you've been hurt. Now every woman's the devil. Like, please don't let that kind of Ryan's current energy. But so Ryan, you're saying you get strung along often by ladies, huh?
No. Well, I'll chase for a long time. And then
I see. Instead of
confronting it straight up.
What to say? Hey, I like you. What are we doing here?
Yeah. I'll be that guy. Put in the groundwork.
Yeah.
And then it just takes forever, and then just doesn't ever work out, and then it just takes long.
Wow, this is becoming an extremely sad show. But
I mean, that's not the vibe I was going for. I was just I'm saying, like, if you're gonna cross the line.
But it's sad because I think love is the greatest thing we've got, and it's tough at some stage if you don't make the move though, and it becomes like a repetitive thing. Are you thinking maybe of changing the strategy? Maybe 3 at the back instead of 4 at the back. You know what I mean? Are you thinking maybe now, if as soon as you feel it, maybe? Are you thinking about that? Or maybe it's not in your personality, dude. And we got to be who we are. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I'm with you.
And even like Ryan, don't worry about it, dude. You're a great guy. it's gonna be fine. It's just like, I know in the moment it feels terrible, but you're gonna meet somebody, if you are who you are and you're awesome. Somebody will, like, who gets it. It's just like you got to meet a grown up. Maybe like you said, maybe you go take the James approach and you get into those older ladies.
You got to be like United,
older woman
and go back and analyze why you've lost so many times and restructure and maybe sign an interim and another interim.
So you're saying
Senzel's not here to enjoy this.
Are you feeling a bit like Man United now? I mean, you've got a lot to offer, but you just don't have the right management team.
I'm fine, by the way. I'm just no. I am.
I mean, you're talking about burning that bridge down, and
no, I'm just saying, if you're gonna just take the chance, and if it doesn't work, then it doesn't work.
So what would you prefer in future? Like, do you not think it might be worth going for it and finding out early, or do you think it's just not in your personality? Because either way, you're gonna suffer pain, right? There's the anxiety of waiting, or there's if you like her early, tell her. She says no, it's terrible. You lock yourself in a room and listen to Juice WRLD or whatever for a bit, and then straight back at him.
Yeah, well...
Which one?
Well, what, right now?
Well, I don't know. Moving forward.
Yeah, I'm thinking just get it over with.
From now on?
Yeah, well,
but also, what if it's not your...
I've wasted a lot of time. That's what I'm saying.
See, I don't know if it's your natural personality type. It's going to be very awkward for you to just say, hey, girl.
No. It's not how it goes.
Are you just saying in general it's not his personality type to say something like, hey girl, or?
Well, there's some guys who immediately, they're just like, right, you, me. Or there's the guy, what do you think of food? Let's gather, let's chew next to each other maybe 8 or 9 times before I muster up the energy to go, maybe we should see each other in a romantic sense.
You're forgetting about the guy that shoots his girlfriend in the foot.
Don't do that.
I didn't. I'm just saying. You're forgetting about that guy.
Listen, I'm all for aggression in that whole situation. That's a little over the line. Shout out Tory Lanez, who I think is going to jail soon.
I couldn't care.
James, the older woman thing, huh? Now that I know,
It's like the first girl I've dated that's older than me. It's not like a thing. It's just
It's pretty much a thing. You've been dating for a while. Good for you, dude.
I want to know, how old was your ex then?
Well, James, we are
Did you
here
also
now.
change your strategy?
Yeah. No, listen, that's a good question. Was your ex much younger than you?
no, same age.
Oh, so you just lied to us. You said the older woman thing wasn't a thing. It's the first one you've dated.
Yes.
Are you saying same age as you or same age as your current
No,
lady?
same age as me.
Oh, okay. So you,
When yeah.
yeah, at the time.
Yeah.
No, even now. By the way, she
yeah,
hasn't jumped years
'cause
ahead. Of you.
Time doesn't. Cool. Yeah.
Ryan, you know what you should do? You should listen to Simon and Garfunkel, "Bridge Over Troubled Water," a couple of times.
That's a good song.
Well, it's also applicable to Ryan's current dating situation. It's pretty grim. Or Juice WRLD, all girls the same. Hey, you know what I mean?
Oh gosh.
Yeah, I'm saying. Gutlenkosi says, and this is more sport related rather than Dr. Phil stuff.
Nice.
Gutle says, Everton want to move up and become a genuine rival to Liverpool. They chose Rafa, similar to Carlo, because they are big names and hopefully will attract top talent. He needs time. Listen, you see, what Gutle is saying is really, really interesting to me, right? Is that it's two big managers in a row now where it's not working. It wasn't working with Carlo, and we know it's not a Carlo problem. And now the Rafa thing, and I think it's a good point, but you also need to be where you are. And listen, Ryan's example is actually pretty good now. So maybe Everton are in a place where they need to date for now. They're not ready to get married. Whereas Rafa's like, no, I want to win now. Give me the resources. And that's going to create tension. So we must also consider that that relationship is very, very awkward with a club. Are they willing to invest? Because they got burnt the first time with Silva, right? They spent 150 million in that first season. And within 6 months, they had to let him go. I'm not sure that they want to spend that kind of money again. Mbulelo Gavin says, Everton is the guy that Everton is the guy that said the joke and Liverpool said it louder and everyone in the room laughed. Shame, poor Everton. Yeah, no, very much. I love that example. I know exactly what he's talking about. Listen, James, I mean, you're a Liverpool guy. Any fear? What are your thoughts on Rafa, dude?
It's always been complicated.
Yeah, it is mucho complicado, eh?
Yeah. I mean, I don't speak Spain, but yeah. It's always been a little bit complicated. He did take us to number 5, which is dope of him.
I was in, Istanbul.
But then immediately afterwards decided that he was going to sell Xabi Alonso. And
Well, that was Gillette's fault.
well, I know there was a whole thing though, and I mean, you know,
So you're not sure how to feel about Rafa, eh?
he also he also wasn't nice to Steven Gerrard.
Yeah, but what is he? Steven Gerrard's mommy.
That's why I laughed before I said that.
Yeah, that's tough because you're trying to separate your love for the winning the Champions League with your love for Steven Gerrard, and that's tough.
It is a tough thing to do.
Yeah, it's like asking somebody to pick between a rusk.
And a Mari biscuit.
Nah, well, that's a pretty easy choice. I mean, you got to go with the rusk.
Yeah.
Nah, Mari biscuit.
What about Tim Tams?
Yeah, see, that's a better comparison. Tim Tams or good quality Woolworths rusks. I mean, the oat and you got to get the oat.
No, not even Woolworths rusks. You got to get Omar rusks, dude.
Yeah, but you live in a slum village. That's why I've said this to you before. Once you move to Bryanston, eventually when you grow up, hey, maybe older women are into humble guys. I don't know. But obviously you've got whatever trick it is to get the older women, hey, James? But move out the slum village. Maybe go to Woolworths and get proper rusks. What the hell is wrong with you?
The day that Porsche dealership gets brought down to the ground is the day I will admit that I live in a slum village.
Ryan, have you been to James's house?
No. I haven't gotten an invite yet.
I mean, you live in the West Rand, so you do know what it's like to rough and tough it. But boy, oh boy, James is taking it to a whole nother level of being humble, guys.
Where do you stay? Well,
I mean, we're not going to tell people where he stays.
what's your closest shopping center? Are you in Fourways?
Closest shopping center is Lone
Hill.
Lone Hill Village, yeah.
Yeah, Lone Hill Village is the closest one to him, yeah.
But I'm not actually in.
No, he doesn't live in Lone Hill.
And I don't live in Lone Hill either.
Okay.
So I'm
So don't worry about, but But he lives in a slum village. I mean, there's literally shacks 500 meters from his
That
house.
being said, there's also a Porsche dealership outside my gate. Would they put a Porsche dealership in a slum village? My question.
Can you walk to a Woolworths where you live?
Yes.
Which one?
The one at Lone Hill Village.
It's miles away. There's no way James is walking that distance.
It's 2.3 kilometers.
How do you know that?
Because I've walked it.
Well, you're the biggest liar here.
No, I have this thing about police. So I use Waze and it tells you if there's police, and I always open it when I leave the house.
Well, don't drive drunk then.
I don't drive drunk. I just don't like being stopped by the police, regardless of whether I'm sober or drunk, or I just hate.
James, your life is wild, dude. Because is that because of like your anxiety or what?
Yeah, I don't like it. Like they'll pull me over and then I'll immediately just start panicking.
Do you get like Woolworths 60? Is that how you know?
Woolworths 60?
No, there's nobody. None of the Woolworths drivers will deliver to the slum village James lives in until he moves to Bryanston. Like Woolworths have said, oh, sorry, access denied, but we're keeping the money. We're a business.
They wouldn't put a Porsche in a slum village.
Do you still have those neighbors next to you? Are you still?
Yeah, he's moving back to India in May. So that case, after I did try and evict him and his children out of our complex, no problem. He's moving out. He's moving back to India in May. So no worries. I mean, just hold out till May. You know what I mean? So
Long time to
May
hold out
the Lord give you strength.
yeah, I'm gonna need all of it. All right, let's take some comments. By the way, guys. Very sad show today. Ryan has poured his heart out. James was laughing at that, which was, a whole situation. They'll probably get into it a bit later. LB says, or just try an entanglement. Hashtag pray for Will Smith. Now, what is happening there with Will Smith and Jada?
I don't know. Are there any updates? Do you know?
I actually I saw this morning there was a petition online that's just started circling around to actually ban Will Smith and Jada from being interviewed because of all the ignorant stuff they say. Just find out how many signatures it's got now. That's climbing when I was watching it. It was hilarious.
Incredible stuff, eh? So yeah, no, but they have been on fire.
I have no idea how that family runs, and because Will Smith is obviously such a well-regarded, nice guy figure to the public, just because we've all grown up with him. Now he comes out and says, "Oh, see, it's got over 2,000 signatures already. It's still going." Just 2 hours ago, by the way.
Yeah, it's because people are just sick of being involved in like the roller coaster. You know what I'm saying? That they like people are just like, we are not doing it anymore. It's a bad look, and also could be some of the Scientologists saying, "Well, come on, you're making us look bad here, pal."
Yeah, no, I don't understand the situation, and I don't know how the kids understand the situation because I don't know.
Wait. Will Smith Scientology. Is he a Scientologist?
Very much so.
Really, really?
Well, I don't know what I can do. I don't know what I can do to help you. Is that a shock to you?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well,
because remember I said like I quite enjoy those documentaries about like Scientology and stuff.
yeah, but why does this affect it? Are you really into Will Smith?
No.
Do you think less of people are Scientologists?
I didn't know that he was
in the cult. Well, breaking news. There we go. Welcome.
No, that's welcome. Welcome,
very good. Very good.
He's sitting over here.
Nico Kritzinger says, guys, I had the full cream chocolate flavored milkshake from Woolies yesterday. Holy cow, it was fantastic. It was like drinking chocolate mousse, but better. Now, Nico, of course, James wouldn't know what Woolworths is because he lives in a slum village and they wouldn't dare. I mean, we've got Welcome in the back there. He knows what Woolworths is. We've got Sipo in the back. He'll know what Woolworths is. We've got James in the back who has to, I don't know, just shop somewhere in some dusty pan in whoever can scramble through the Mad Max situation he lives in, and whatever they left us, they can sell to James. And then, of course, Ryan, he lives in the West Strand. They've got everything out there. You can go to Eastgate and go to Woolworths. So shout out to Nico, shopping at Woolworths. James, you'll never know.
Where I live is literally classed as Santon.
James,
if you Google it, it says Santon.
Yeah, but Santon's a huge place according to Google. Let me tell you something. Like, don't tell people you live in Santon because you don't. And you're going to let the rest of us down who do actually live in proper Santon.
Fourways is considered Santon.
I know, but like I said, we need to... That's why it's important to say, where do you live? 4 ways.
Oh, so what we're doing here is we're creating a big circle, right, of all the areas that are in Santon, and it's like, oh, James lives there, so we're just going to cut that right out, even though it's in the same.
No, we're not cutting it out because you live there. We're cutting it out because it's a slum village, and the rest of us are working really hard to live in a half decent place.
There is a very expensive private school there too. So,
What's it called?
What does that mean? No, he can't say it, otherwise people know where he lives.
Why would you put a private school again? Why would you put a private school in a slum village?
Brew, what are you talking about? Medellin, while our man was pushing the most drugs in history, he built like 10 private schools in Medellin. Well, what does that mean? Listen, thugs' kids go to private schools. So what does that mean, bro?
What?
You know what I mean? James, just move to Bryanston. I mean,
I'm literally right next to Bryanston.
By the way, Nico says by May you're going to like the kids.
I've got to tell you, they are a nightmare. They are a nightmare. I mean, like last night, like 10 o'clock, just crying. And like I got the fan on, but I still need to have the window open. Do you know what I mean? Like it's summer. I live in Africa. It's like a baby crying. I work so hard to live here. And part of the rules is no babies. Simpium Tetwa says, share that link. We need a break from Jada and Will. They need to learn how to shut the front door now. That shut the front door statement, James. I'll give you a hint. Yesterday, I did tell you about a person. She made that famous. And so I'll leave it at that.
Shut the front door.
Yeah.
I'm a little lost. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah. Well, you said you watch Come Dine With Me, but anyway, she was on that and she made that saying famous. Shut the front door. And, yeah.
Oh, is it a polite way to say?
Yeah. That's what. But it was like her buzz term.
So it's like for 5 sevens in a row.
I don't know what that means.
It's also kind of like shut the front door, but for I can't say it but it's for sex. For 5 sevens in a row.
Gukhenkosi says Jaden will need to go back to making movies. We're tired of their relationship. Smiths must fall. So hey, Ryan, look what you've started, dude. Yeah, Jaden will. That's tough, man. That's tough.
Are you gonna sign the petition?
Not really. I mean, he's a Scientologist. I'm not shocked by anything he would do. So the craziness is expected. Once you've seen 1 or 2 Scientology films, like actors aren't real people. You know, they're all just living in this crazy world. So shout out to them, dude. They're in entertainment. They're in content. Will Smith gets it, I think. Jada gets it. She's brilliant. He's brilliant. Like, why do I need to get involved? It's not like you know, if it was Britney Spears, I'd get involved. Like, she's just a lunatic. But I think these are just 2 adults going through a difficult time in life. Like, why is this such a big story? You know what I mean? Like, relationships are hard. That's not news.
Don't get yourself in an entanglement.
Yeah, don't do it, though. Bloody hell. Or also do it, but then don't share it with the world, you know? You know what I mean? You know why it's weird? Because they have kids. Like, celebrities never think their kids are going to have to grow up as well, you know? Like, their kids now have to... Imagine being their son and going to school... Like, your mama's like James, kind of likes older people too, you know what I mean? Or younger. Sorry. She likes younger, like you, James. Hopefully your lady isn't Jada. You know what I'm saying? Because Jada's older than the other guy, hey, right?
I think so.
Yeah, no, that was the whole thing. He's like a really young guy.
But I don't know.
Because James is into older women as well, so he's kind of in an entanglement without the crazy part, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I mean, even now, they've got past the whole entanglement thing. Now they're talking about they have an open relationship.
Sweet Jesus.
I don't even know what that means.
That's well, I will explain that to you. Michael says, like sport, romantic relationships are one of the most spectator-oriented experiences we as humans engage. It is therefore totally sporting to occasionally Dr. Phil, the MKT environment. No, fair enough. Listen, it is. You know, football is the working class ballet. So it is art. It is... You know, James knows very well. Oh, James, by the way, let's just finish off on the entanglement thing. I hope that doesn't happen to you. It seems like you're on a pretty steady thing, but you got an older woman thing. And if we're looking at that whole thing, older women maybe into younger guys, they might get into an entanglement situation. So hopefully you're on your best behavior. you're not going to say anything. That's probably smart. Otherwise, your lady's like, there's lots of other young guys I could go for, you know. Although, having said that, James, I do think you're a great guy. So hopefully, but it's possible. I'm just saying it is possible. Your lady does have options. She sounds great. From what you've told me, she's an awesome lady. So it's actually more about you. You better be on your best behavior moving forward, James. Otherwise, your lady will be like, I can't do an impression, can I?
You could try.
Oh, James, I'm very tired of you now. James, pick up your socks. Your sockies. Bloody tired of having to... Are you hungry? Do you want a hot dog? Oh, man. What do you think of my impression? What do you think of my impression, James? What do you think of my impression, James? It's probably... Yeah, I mean, that's what's going to happen. Tracy Bard, by the way, you can comment in the comments. If you are looking for the podcast, it is available, by the way, the MKT Show, wherever you get your podcast. Tracy says, for James, a Steri Stumpy is living... for James, a Steri Stumpy is living it up. Love a Steri Stumpy, but it's as good as it gets over in James's village. Now, James, that's very true. Nico is talking about like a lovely thing at Woolworths, a chocolate thing, but you think a Steri Stumpy, that's like 5-star dining. Michelin star, you know?
Oh, Steri Stumpies are nice.
Of course they are. In your slum village, you're like the king of the... You bring home a 6-pack of Steri Stumpies and they're like, vote him in. Make him the president. Give him power.
Steri Stumpies are good, dude.
They're like, wow, who's that wealthy gentleman with his Steri Stumpies?
Yeah.
And the women and... Mr. Wealthy! Shout the women and children.
Is that what they shout when I bring home the Steri Stumpies?
6-pack, yeah. Mbulelo Gavin says, well, I might make the case that Alexander is also a part of Santon. There we go, James. Boom. So you see how... And by the way, like... So now...
People have spoken.
People have spoken. It's the MKT Show. tell you, I was thinking about Ryan's situation now from college. I think it's one of the saddest stories I've ever heard. Really. It's, an unrequited love. Just, man, oh man. Breaks my heart, but hopefully Ryan bounces back. I mean, he's a good guy. There's lots of ladies out there as well, or he might be into guys as well. Like, I don't really know what his setup is, but whatever. There's lots of good people out there, So whatever you're into, Ryan, whoever you're into, yeah. Ryan, yesterday I suggested lesbians. So another thing that I got some feedback on, I got 3 DMs about, and all in good spirits. Yesterday I suggested that any woman, and I challenge you all at home. If you see a woman in a Subaru station wagon, right? Tell me right now she doesn't look lesbian. Tell me right now. And listen, I had 3 great DMs, and they were all in good spirit. But Ryan, I suggested any woman driving a Subaru station wagon, I think she's a lesbian.
I don't know how you want me to comment on that.
Oh, okay. No, you don't have to.
No,
I just thought I'd let you know my thoughts on a topic that was on the show, But I challenge all of you. Next time, now you'll know to look for it, right?
Is your challenge to find a straight woman driving a Subaru wagon?
No, please don't go up to a woman. Don't go up, excuse me, open your window. Men, what do you think of them? Romantically. Don't do that. Please do not. No, my challenge is to say, now when you're driving, if you see a woman driving a Subaru, do your best now not to go, that's a lesbian.
Okay.
And I promise you, once you know to look for it, you'll see it straight away. You'll be like, oh yeah, that's definitely, good for her.
Good for her. I don't see many of those station wagons around though.
Well, that's because there aren't that many lesbians.
Oh.
Relative to straight people.
Sure.
Yeah, there aren't it's not like 50% of the world are lesbians, you know what I mean?
I feel like there's more than what we think.
Well, you don't know that.
I don't, but
I'll tell you what you could do. Just go hang out at the Subaru dealership. Plenty of them. Or the hardware store. There's lots of lesbians.
Subaru?
I mean, I'm not sure. Yeah, Subaru, whatever it is. You can go. But yeah, lots of... I always see lesbians at the hardware store as well, walking together. Guys, these are the things I look for. Like, I'm open to the world. I know what's going on. So, just so you guys know. James, your thoughts on Subaru being a lesbian car? You didn't really give a take yesterday. But the station wagon, not the fast car that guys in the West Rand like Ryan want to soup up and drop.
I didn't give my take because I don't really have one. It's like, I've seen 3 lesbians in the Subaru. Oh no, now it's a lesbian car.
Okay, but now you know what? It's kind of like if I tell you to look for a pink Beetle, you'll start seeing it now. It's in your conscience. Now, as you go through the world, every time you see a Subaru station wagon, you're gonna look and go,
I think it's also because I know lesbian ladies. Is that correct? I think.
Well, are they lesbian ladies?
Yes.
Then it's correct.
Cool.
Yes.
Just sounded weird.
Well, wait. What else could they be?
No, there was nothing to read into.
No, unless you're breeding lesbian frogs, which is fine.
Also, by the way, are we suggesting we're gonna play Punch Buggy with Subarus?
No. Don't make it a game. It's an individual challenge. As you're driving now, when you see a Subaru and there's a lady driving it now, I guarantee you now, you'll be like, that lady is a lesbian. That guy's right. He sounds crazy, but he's right.
So must look out for it, huh?
So, there's that. Sure. But I got to tell you, 2 of the ladies who sent the DMs, great nature. We have some hilarious listeners and watchers and participants in this show. They will DM you incredible things. But these 2 ladies, 2 of them were lesbian, and they had a full-on go at me, but in a hilarious way. So I absolutely love that. By the way, all of our social media platforms are transitioning to the MKT Show. So look out for that across the board. If you are looking Instagram, whatever, do like, share, subscribe. Otherwise, if you're joining us for the very first time on YouTube, please do subscribe, hit the bell, and obviously that'll give you a reminder every day that we're talking about lesbians and Ryan's heart being broken, and every now and then a little bit of sport. Nico Kritzinger says, looks like James is struggling not to dig the peanuts out of his teeth. Now, that's because, Nico, he's eating cheap peanuts, and that's what's going to happen once you're eating cheap food. But again, in James's defense, he lives in a slum village, and perhaps he's fallen upon difficult financial times. And James, if that's something that's happened, let's talk about it, Paul. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, sure.
What, have you fallen upon difficult financial times?
No.
Oh man, that's tough. So what? You took a crippling loan. That's going to happen, or you're in a desperate moment.
Wait, why? How do we get here now?
Why else would you be eating cheap peanuts?
Huh?
Why else would you be eating cheap peanuts? It doesn't make sense.
Because I saw them and then I wanted them and then I bought them.
I see cheap stuff all the time. I don't buy it, so that's a crazy explanation.
Also, is there such a thing as cheap peanuts?
Yeah.
Yes.
Peanuts are very expensive.
No, I'm not backing the peanuts up here. I'm saying all peanuts are the same.
No.
It's like water.
No, not true. There's different quality in everything. And also, those are just cheap nuts. You know what I mean?
No, I don't know.
Can you buy like a packet of hazelnuts or a packet of almonds?
Apparently, there's quality differences to them.
Well, get some cashews in your life, Paul. Listen, if you think you're living now, I give you some raw or activated cashews, James. You're not going to know what to do with yourself.
So,
yeah, go ahead.
But sorry, what would you say is expensive peanuts then? Or
no, I don't know. I don't eat any peanuts because I don't live in a slum village.
No, but where do people go to buy these nuts?
What, the ones I'm talking about?
Any.
There's only one place to go,
I only
Paul.
know of like food lovers.
Nah. Wellness Warehouse. I mean, what are we doing here, Paul?
Wellness Warehouse.
Wellness Warehouse. Probably not one in the West Rand, though. And probably not one where James lives for the same reason.
Oh, no. There's none by me. Damn it.
Are you doing the fake?
Yeah.
You're doing the fake whole... I
live amongst... Make one by me. Please do it.
You know what you're doing right now? It's the cry of the proletariat. Like, oh, I wish there was nice stuff where I live, but let's pretend I don't.
It's true. I do.
You know what's going to happen, James? One day you're going to see a wellness warehouse. You're going to walk in there and you're going to go, oh my God, is this how people live when they don't live in a slum village? But you're going to do it. It's going to happen.
Guys, nuts are nuts. Like,
try some cashews in your life and maybe you realize what's going on. Almond. Oh, James, let me tell you something. I love that you said that. Now I urge you, just go and buy it. Go to Woolworths. Don't look at the price tag.
Yeah, but that's the thing. I'm not going to spend... I've seen the price of nuts at Woolworths. There's no shot I'm spending that kind of money on nuts.
Then do not go to Wellness Warehouse because you will have a cardiac arrest immediately.
Exactly. So I don't need nuts.
But a lot of people might say...
their prices on nuts.
I am, right? I am saying that.
That is incredible. Nice. That is incredible. A lot of people might say, though, James, is that getting better quality food is an investment rather than a cost. That's what... But again, you know, I live in Sandton, so that's what we say where I'm from.
Yeah, but there's a difference between better quality food, okay, and food that's still good for you, and then also food that's going to cost you the same price as it's going to cost someone to fill up their car with petrol.
Yeah, but that's nuts. And you're from the West Rand, so I know you're into cars.
Did you just say that's nuts?
Patrick Macheko says kombucha, he will be drinking kombucha. That's
I do want to try kombucha.
No, but you can't drink it where it'll be completely fermented by the time it goes through Hell's Kitchen, which was a cool place. I think it's closed down now. But going to your house is actually just like, it really is like going to Mad Max. By that time, some yuppie will have seen it and go, grab that poor man, take his stuff away. And then they'll take the kombucha. Be like, oh, this is very nice.
I do want to still try it. I do.
Yeah, but you can't. Also, don't drink kombucha with those cheap nuts of yours. What a waste of kombucha. So make a call, pal. You're going to go to Wellness Warehouse or not?
I saw kombucha at Woolworths the other day.
I don't even want to know what Wellness Warehouse is.
It's a wellness of warehouse.
I feel like they take like fruits and
a warehouse of
dehydrated
wellness.
and
That's exactly what they do. It's
What do they
all
do?
of the foods where people, when you eat them, it's been processed in a specific way to make you not pick up any weight. So like they only take meat from a cow that only eats from one single patch of grass because they believe that it makes the cow's meat soft.
No, James. Here's the problem. You don't know anything. It's actually the
I don't.
opposite.
You're right.
It's been processed less, which is actually
No,
the better
but I
thing.
mean the process of making it, not it's being processed.
So what you're saying is they're charging double the amount for half the work.
So what are you suggesting? That the scientists at Walden's Warehouse, lazy bunch.
No, clever businessmen. Don't do half the work, sell it for double the money.
So you're saying work smart, not hard.
Yes.
See, we're the real heroes and smart people because they prey on people like you. They're like, oh, here comes another one. He's going to come in here and spend like $1,000 just on one packet of peanuts.
Yeah.
And that's how it's going to work for us, even though it only costs us 200 Rand to make and source those peanuts.
So I'm in a cult.
Yep. Well, wait, what?
So no, because you're saying I'm not even thinking about what I'm doing. I'm just now they've got me. Like I'm a walking
They
health
see
zombie.
you coming from a mile away.
It's
They're
like
this
those.
guy.
It's like those shops
And
that have those
by the
big
way-
water tanks, and then they advertise H2O, and then
Yeah.
you come fill it yourself.
Yeah, I do that as well. Yeah.
No, but you see, they're making you do the work.
Yeah.
That's clever.
Also, there's water in the tap. Like,
This has been my argument for years. But I'm saying they're making you come now bottle your own water,
Yeah, that's
and
it.
they make you pay double the money for it.
$5. It's $7 for 5 liters.
it's also free when I open my tap.
The tap, huh? What do you reckon? They got me. I'm in a so filtered water cult. You guys reckon I'm all caught up, huh?
We should actually have like a feature on the show: cults or no cults.
Yeah. What would be the first cult? I mean, listen. I think we do speak of cults. I mean, is there a bigger cult than football in the world?
Fair enough.
Like clubs are cults, right?
By the way, I wanted to tell you, sorry, completely unrelated. I watched a game the other night and I saw Amanda Stavely in the grounds.
And
I was like, yo,
scary.
she looks like that lady in 101 Dalmatians.
Cruella de Vil.
that everyone runs away from.
Shout out to one of the greatest actresses who obviously played in 101 Dalmatians. I mean, Meryl Streep. Are you kidding me?
Scarlett Johansson.
No, she's just one of the better looking ones, right? I see how you've confused that. Very easy to confuse.
No, because there's that new movie that's just come out on Disney Plus called Cruella.
Yeah, but that's not Scarlett Johansson. That's what's her name. I've seen it. I won't watch it. I mean, you got like
Oh, Emma Stone.
Emma Stone.
Sorry.
But now, listen, that's not who you want to be. You never want to be the guy after the guy because everyone's thinking Cruella de Vil, Meryl Streep. Now Emma Stone is up against it. You know what I mean? Even if her performance is like brilliant, that's not good enough because you need Meryl Streep outstanding. So shout out to Emma Stone for taking it on. Probably $20 million though, so she doesn't really care how her performance is. Emma Stone, the redhead lady, huh?
Yeah.
She's a good actress. She's been in a lot of stuff. Nothing that I'd want to watch, but good luck to her.
Wasn't she in
She's in Spider-Man.
Spider-Man? I was going to say.
Terrible movies, all of them.
Okay, calm down.
Oh, let's hear it. Oh, you're a Spider-Man guy.
Yeah, Tobey Maguire's Spider-Mans are probably my favorite franchise in the whole of the Marvel universe.
I will tell you this. I did watch the one and only Spider-Man. You know who's funny is the newspaper guy.
Oh,
He's very good.
Wait, in which Spider-Man are we talking about?
the first
no,
one.
in the first three
Okay.
with
What?
Tobey Maguire.
Yeah, I've only seen the first one under huge duress, but Ryan, a little bit
Shouldn't
like
be under huge duress. Those, I don't think you'll ever see movies like that again. They're some of the greatest of all time.
Spider-Man's my favorite superhero.
Yeah.
well, some people may say I'll never see it at all. Actually,
Look, if you're gonna waste your time on Andrew Garfield, just throw it away.
Don't bother.
who's Andrew Garfield?
Andrew Garfield, he played the ultimate Spider-Man.
Oh, is he the redhead guy?
No, he was the amazing Spider-Man.
Oh, sorry, the Amazing
Yeah.
Spider-Man.
Oh, it can't be that
Terrible.
amazing. I couldn't even watch past
Did
the first
3
film.
movies and they were all horrible.
Also, for some reason, they keep casting British actors as Spider-Man and then making them do accent things.
Kind of like Angelina Jolie being cast as a British hero in a film where all the heroes, where there's only 7 of them, have different accents for whatever reason.
It's really strange. Like, 2 out of the 3 Spider-Man franchises are British Spider-Men. Spider-Mans. Spider-Men?
So, yeah, Spider
People.
Tom Holland is still a great Spider-Man, but he's nowhere near the same level. Like, they've made everything younger with Tom Holland, which takes it out a bit for me. I still enjoy it. And apparently they've got another 5 movies they want him to be in, even though he's considering retiring the Spider-Man.
How many crimes are happening that Spider-Man needs 20 films?
No, but now this Spider-Man coming out, I think is it dropping this year or early next year?
The No Way Home one.
Yeah.
December.
I'm so excited for that one. But Tom Holland has even put out a statement himself saying, for all Spider-Man fans, it's going to be quite a tough one to watch because all the characters you know and love go through some of the hardest times they've ever had to face. And he says it's actually quite sad.
I'm so excited.
You know who they should feature in that is the guy who tough times never last. He should be in the movie just like every 15 minutes. You know what I mean?
Only tough
They
people
say
last.
that they say there was a leak that it stars Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire, which I don't know why they wasted their time with Andrew Garfield. Tobey Maguire maybe, but from the previous Spider-Man universes to come and help Tom Holland.
Listen,
he's only a young boy.
Last time the only reason I watched the first Spider-Man was because a lady I was extremely attracted to is like as nerdy with Spider-Man as you guys, and we've got to do what we've got to do in life. Otherwise, no way. There is absolutely no way. But I might get into it. Maybe I'll watch it, Ryan, for your sake. What do you think? I got to go to the big screen.
I would watch that on the side of a building.
Hey, should we go watch Eternals all together, and then we can all like do a response to it?
Eternals, that movie where the movie house followed you from doing.
Well, we can go there, or we can go
Yeah.
anywhere. I mean, except James's area, please. We can go near where I live.
Is it on IMAX?
I don't know,
What's
but
funny? He says near where I live. We're about 10 minutes apart.
yeah, but
Wait, but don't you? If you live in Four Ways and also not live in Four Ways, you must be close to Four Ways Mall.
No.
About 2 minutes from Four Ways Mall.
It is
he's
probably
lying. He's not 2
the
minutes from
best mall I've ever been into.
What, Four Ways Mall?
Yeah.
Do you like malls?
I'm not a fan of malls, but I can go into Four Ways quite happily.
It's a whole soccer stadium now. It's mental.
What?
Four Ways Mall.
Yeah, it's huge.
Okay, but we're getting distracted here. Should we watch the Eternals at some stage?
Yes.
So we can actually talk about it, because it won't matter for me. I haven't seen any of the other movies. I've seen like 1 or 2. Doesn't matter. Do I need to know what Thanos is up to in order for this one to matter, do you think?
You need to know what
I
Thanos has
don't know.
done.
I know what Thanos did.
No, but you need to know more than just like the... And then...
No, because Salma Hayek told us at the beginning.
Yeah, but you have to...
Oh, do I have to watch the last one, would you say?
Yeah.
Is
What,
Thanos
the last-
only in the last one?
Is it a continuance?
Kind of. But not like a
Oh, have you
direct-
seen it, James?
No. No,
So how
I
do
just...
you-
I've done a lot of looking into it and spoken to some people about it.
And?
So I found out that it actually got terrible review scores, but then most
Shocker.
people that I've spoken to about it have said that it's actually really good. So
Okay, well, that was a pretty confusing messaging from you there, James.
I know. So
I mean-
hey, I'm just being honest.
No, you're not. Go either way. Either it's good or it's not. That's being honest.
But I can't say if it's good or if it's not because I haven't seen it.
Are you going to go watch it?
Probably at some point.
Is your lady... Actually, here's the correct question. Is your lady into superhero movies? Because that determines whether you're going to watch it or not.
Not heavily. No.
So you're going to have to go on your own.
Or yeah.
Or with the lads.
Or with the fellas. Yeah.
Henrico van Staden says here that the new Spider-Man has more pre-bookings than
Endgame.
Endgame, and Endgame was huge.
Well, I tell you why. There's been a little thing called COVID going around. People need a reason to get out. Like honestly, you could have Mary Poppins the original out now, and people would be pre-booked from now till. Do you know what I'm saying?
But this has been an annoying thing that I've noticed lately with COVID. I don't know. I've been waiting for a couple movies to release, and they've been pushing back until COVID's over for like the past year and a half. Like I've been waiting for Top Gun 2 for like a year now.
Okay, now
I meant
that...
to release this end of last year.
Why
Now
are they
they
doing
pushed it
another
to
Top
December.
Gun?
Now they've pushed it back again.
Why are they doing another Top Gun?
I'm keen to see it. I like Top Gun.
No, I love Top Gun. Listen, who doesn't love Maverick? But I mean...
It's still my ringtone.
See, that's another one. Don't do a sequel. Like, how can that be good? They're going to be older. They're going to be weird looking now.
No, but it's Tom Cruise.
What are you saying?
Tom Cruise actually flew all the planes himself. He did all of the stunts in this movie himself. And I don't know, I'm quite excited to see it because they did the right thing and left it to be one movie and it was one of the greatest films of all time. And then, but now we all want to see what's happened.
Is it original cast, or is everyone still alive from the previous one?
Yeah. I think they even got Val Kilmer back.
He's
back
awesome.
in action.
He's awesome.
So, yeah, I'm excited. But then also the Bond film took how long to release? They pushed that back twice.
Doesn't matter. Daniel Craig looks like a bouncer in a suit, so it doesn't matter.
I've tried to watch it like twice, and both times it's been fully booked.
Okay, well, I got to start watching movies. Otherwise, I become like my parents. I hate everything. So, all right, I'll go and watch The Eternals by myself since you guys don't want to go watch it. And then I'll give some feedback. Maybe it's good. So are you guys saying I have to watch the last one? That
What?
Thanos
Endgame.
is that the last one?
Yeah.
How long is it?
I know it's long.
Is it like 3 hours?
It's
close,
I think
I'd
it's
say.
just short on 3 hours.
Yeah. But you must see the one before that as well.
Why? Is Thanos in that?
Yeah.
Yes. Because I made that mistake. I wanted to go see the first Avengers movie, and then it was fully booked, and then I lost interest. And then the day we went to go see Endgame, I watched 2 hours before. I quickly had to catch up on the first one because otherwise it continues.
Okay, cool. No, then I'll go. I'll. Oh man, that's gonna be such heavy lifting. So I'm gonna have to watch 2 Marvel films before I can go and watch The Eternals.
Yeah, but I mean, this
Yeah.
isn't news. Weren't you the one who told me that you have to watch Marvel films in a certain way to watch them, or is that the Star Wars?
No, I wouldn't watch any of those. I hate Star Wars. Then that's definitely not me.
Should definitely not sign up for Disney.
I am
Plus.
not telling anybody to watch Star Wars. In fact, I'm doing the opposite. Don't watch Star Wars. Everyone's bored of that and Lord of the Rings. Like, no one cares. But, hey, let's do some social media.
Okay. Let's do some
Yeah,
social media.
Jimbo, what you got on the socials there, pal?
So first thing, real quick, and then I'm going to jump into something else, right? So this morning, it is with sad news, based on
sad.
the chats that we had in our WhatsApp group last night.
Uh-huh.
I will sadly be without Strawberry Lips specials. Humor. Bolito Rage got cancelled.
No.
Yeah.
I'm actually shocked because they're not the kind of people to just cancel. But the budget for this year I think was terrible because they didn't have one decent lineup.
So the butts and the betties, got to stay in Joburg. I mean, it's not going to stop South Africans from partying. You're just not doing it by the beach now.
One of my mates before the show, she had posted on her Instagram story about her getting on a Kalula flight, and it was like, yeah, Bolito Rage and vibes and stuff. And then literally during the show, this news broke, and I immediately thought of this chick and how
There's
she's
people currently on the way there.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Is she on the flight already?
yeah.
Wow.
But at least, like, if you've got your accommodation booked, go ahead and have the holiday.
Oh,
right?
absolutely. I would still go.
Because clubs aren't shutting down.
Yeah.
The beach.
Yeah,
but to be honest,
but don't wear Jordans like Ryan. I mean, if you're gonna go to the beach in
Nothing wrong
Durban,
with that.
it's a tropical environment. Take your Jordans and Japanese pants
But
off.
to be fair, I was at the Grand Cafe, so I was at a bar.
No,
You don't want to
right,
go
right.
walk into a bar barefoot.
Yeah, but you're on the beach as well. I've been to that cafe. I know exactly what the
No,
setup
but
is.
to be fair, we weren't driving to go there. I was walking along the promenade, and I just happened to see a restaurant that was on the beach. So I was already in what I was wearing to be at the V&A, and then I just stumbled upon
A
the Grand
bridal
Cafe.
shower.
All right, so what? Butts and Betties. It's not happening, eh? I
Yeah.
mean,
Sorry
my
for you
word.
guys. Just head back home.
Now, listen,
Yeah.
most parents don't want to hear this, right? But the real victims here are the Oaks. The Oaks, their first kiss. How many guys' first kisses happen at Rage? It's about 95% of men, and that's just,
Why are we just talking about men though?
well, I mean,
It's not just a guy
well,
thing.
if I just say men's first kisses, that covers everyone. both the ladies.
No.
And the guys they'll kiss. So I'm saying whoever those guys would kiss. So naturally, if a guy's kissing a girl and it's her first kiss too, right? If he's kissing a guy, it covers that as well. So it actually does cover everyone, is what I'm saying.
Why don't we just say, for the sake of less complications, sorry to the matric class of 2021.
Well, because I don't know if ladies are into, like, I'm not a lady. I'm not like you who has to try and be PC. I don't know if a first kiss is a big thing for ladies. Like, I don't ask ladies that, and I can't pretend to know what's going on. So I do feel a little bit sorry for the Oaks. Listen, if there's one thing 18-year-old guys like, it is a first kiss. And now it's not going to happen. And also there's guys who've been saving up, right, for this. Like, Melissa's going to be there. I really like her. I'm going to bring a rose or whatever. This just smashes it because, you know, the thing with guys is as well, is you can't do it. If you live in Joburg, guys aren't going to do it. They just won't do it because the butts are around, you know? They don't want to be soft in front of the boys with the rose. But if you're in matric vac, everyone's having a vibe. So, sorry, lads. That's tough. I don't know where you're going to get your first kiss, but boy, oh boy, you're going to go to varsity unkissed. It's going to happen. I mean, what do you do?
Boys.
Yeah, what do you do?
Okay, so that was just a little side thing. So I've got one thing for social media.
Gutlenkosi says, James, how's your brother feeling? He got DAC for VAC, but now there's no VAC. That's a great question, James.
Oh, no, he's only 18 next year. So that's...
Oh, but he was going to VAC this year, wasn't he?
No, next year.
Oh, you can go in grade 11. I mean, if you like older women, what if your girlfriend's in matric?
You do have to be 18 to get into a lot of the places.
James, come on.
Age is better.
Come on, and also, come on, pal.
Yeah, but I'm not...
No, come on, James.
But you are a little bit of a, like, goody two-shoes. What, you never had a fake ID? Come
James,
on.
Come, like, a driver's license is just $100. You know?
Brew. Hey, we had a guy, listen, in my boarding house, that guy made fake IDs. Like, sensational. That's how we used to get into the clubs in Durban all the time. So
with a fake ID.
Yeah, well, I was 17. You know? James's face is shocked. Never had a fake ID, huh?
Never had a reason to.
Ah, wow, what a good person. What a deputy Jesus Christ you are.
You would think having an older girlfriend, you'd need one.
Yeah, James, so what did you do? Like, every time your lady went into the club when she was 18, you just wait outside like a chaperone. It's like, okay, I'll wait you at Milky Lane.
My mom always told me if you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything.
Yeah, no, fair enough. Speaking of which, James, have we got any feedback from the field regarding that whole your mom-brother situation? I don't think you've been checking, so...
I sent a WhatsApp.
And?
I have nothing, so...
All right, we'll keep you posted. There is a situation brewing. Now, I guess this is terrible what we've done, actually. I shouldn't have said anything, because...
Yeah, because now we have to follow it up.
No, well, what if it went badly and we don't talk about it, and people go, why aren't you talking about it?
Burn the bridge.
Ryan, you got to move on. It was second year. I mean, let her go.
By the way, can I just drop a quick sport comment in there before tonight?
Yeah, please do.
Chelsea is taking on Watford, and watch us actually beat Watford badly.
Yeah,
and then watch us draw to United the other night.
Yeah, that wasn't good. That wasn't good. All right, Jimbo, what else we got? Obviously, thoughts and prayers to the butts out there who just are not going to get any sort of female attention now, because now your parents are basically going to have you grounded at home. Plus, you're 18 now. You're probably going to have to drive your mom to the shops or whatever. Shout out to the matrics of this year. It's been brutal for those guys. Oh, man, that's terrible. Because what at 18, you get your license, Jimbo, and then you know what happens then? All of a sudden, your mom's legs can't work. You've got to drive her everywhere at that age. Like, think of the matrics, right? Terrible exam situation. Supposed to be at VAC now. And now your mom needs to do all of the Christmas shopping. Guess who's driving? Every oak who just got his license and every young girl who just got their license. What a terrible December for them.
Sucks to be you.
But you know what I mean? Like, once you become useful, your moms immediately go into, like, okay, great. Now you're driving everywhere. It's like, Why did your legs stop working?
I never actually minded and still don't mind driving.
Or driving your old mumsy?
I actually I'm like, can I drive?
Oh, does she have a nice car?
No, I mean, the car aside, I just enjoy driving.
Also, yeah, parents do generally have a nicer car than you. You know what I mean? Like, that's just the natural order of life. All of us, our parents generally, not always, but generally your parents have a nicer car than you do. So I guess it does pay off a little bit sometimes.
I used to I used to beg my mom every morning to drive to school when I got my license.
And what did she do? Give you the middle finger? Get the hell out of here.
Yeah, some mornings she'd be like, okay, here's the keys. Other mornings she'd be like, no, just let me drive. And I'm like, okay.
Now, that's when she had a big meeting. She's like, we nearly crashed yesterday. I can't miss the meeting today. All right, what else we got on social media before we finish off?
Cool. Lastly, UEFA Champions League is something we haven't really focused on massively. So I'm going to come at you with some numbers and you're going to go, okay, cool, thanks, James, at the end.
Okay, cool.
How's that sound?
Cool. I'm all for it, yeah.
Cool. So far 80 matches have been played out of 96. 243 goals have been scored, which is 3.04 goals per match.
That's good action. That's good watching.
And there's been a goal every half an hour.
That's good viewing.
Would you like to know which period of the game has seen the most goals scored?
Nah, not really.
Cool.
We're not really a stats show.
Well, I mean, I just thought it'd be fun, you know?
Yeah, sure. Okay.
Most goals scored by club, Bayern Munich, in first place, followed by Man City and Ajax. And then Liverpool. Possession, Chelsea Football Club is first.
Champions, no surprise.
Second, Liverpool. Third, Ajax. Passing accuracy, Manchester City is top of that one, followed by Shakhtar Donetsk and Bayern. Total attempts, Inter Milan, surprisingly.
Yeah.
Followed by Bayern and Real Madrid. There was actually quite a funny one I saw. Do you want to take a guess at which club has made the most saves in the Champions League this season?
Man United?
No. It's one of the clubs you'd never expect. We spoke about it at the start of the Champions League season.
Real Madrid?
No. They're in Real Madrid's group.
PSG?
Sheriff.
Oh, Sheriff. Yeah.
They've made 31 saves. That's because their defense is probably terrible and they've had to.
Yeah. That means they're not a good sheriff. I mean, part of being a sheriff is being able to protect the loot.
It's true. Top clean sheets, Chelsea in first place, followed by that club and Benfica.
Why did you say that club?
Yeah, because I know this logo, but I forgot the name of the club.
Well, forget that. James, you're wearing glasses. Why are you squinting?
When did I squint?
So either your eyes are worse than you were told, or those glasses are broken. One of the two things must change. You must go for another checkup with your optometrist.
Yes, Mom, I will. Sorry, Mom.
Like, everyone can see you squinting. Ladies and gentlemen, James, handsome face, great guy, very nice, lives in a slum village. I understand that whole thing. As you can see there, he's wearing glasses. Why was he squinting right now? The screen's right next to him.
You're right, Mom. I'm sorry. I'll go this weekend and sort out my eyes. Mom, I apologize. I'll sort it out.
You know, this is what happens with way too cool guy. I don't want to hear it in 10 years' time. Oh, bro, you won't believe it. I had to flipping the cataract or gone or whatever. No one needs to hear it. So are your glasses a fashion item for you?
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, you can make a better call. You can get Tom Brady. These are Christopher Klus. Maybe make a better call.
From Denmark. See, again, why
Why
must I spend all of that money to have glasses imported when these do the same job?
Well, they don't, because you're squinting right next to the screen. You're sitting. You couldn't be closer to that screen, and you're squinting. So yeah, that one. That's why your mom didn't let you drive, because you would have gone off the rails like that with her beautiful car.
It's because I'm a disappointment.
What did you think of my impression of your lady?
Yeah.
Can I just ask, have you met his lady before?
No, but
neither have I.
No, but I mean it's none of.
No, sure, it's none of our. I'd like to meet her sometimes.
Why? Whoa! Why do you want to meet his lady, James? That's very disconcerting. Ryan, what's going on there?
I'm just listening.
No, I just want to see who James is dating.
Why?
personal interest.
James, how do you feel about that?
Are you telling me you're not curious at all as to who she is?
Absolutely. Well, I just
Absolutely?
Absolutely not.
Oh.
Because what I care about is if James is content, awesome.
Has she ever texted in on the show?
Yes.
James, sorry, we can't hear you there, James. You got to.
Oh, yeah, she has.
Oh, has she?
Yeah.
What did she say about the show?
Wait, what was your question?
Our first answer, she texted into the show.
Yeah.
Second, what does she think of the show? Does she mind us talking? Well, does she mind MKT?
That's a good
examining
question.
your
Yeah,
past
that's a
all
good
the
question,
time?
James, because does it complicate your life when you talk about stuff on the show, which you probably shouldn't, because it's private? Yeah, that's tough.
You see, this is where you guys are all very wrong, because, and I'll tell you, okay,
It's a long explanation if it's a no.
it's not as intense as you guys think it is. It's not like after the show I have to phone her and tell her, oh no, at minute 37 I didn't mean that by what
No,
I
whoa,
said.
who said no? Whoa. You now sound like a politician trying to reel back. All we asked was, is it an issue or not? Why did you have to do the big show?
No, because
You sound like, I did not have sexual relations with that woman.
I'm so over this.
Ach, James, stop leaving your dishes in the sink. I'm very, very cross because you never clean your dishes in the sink. Bring in the sunlight. Ryan, good stuff today, pal. Good to have you in.
Thank you.
Senzo Sitebe, according to himself, is still dying. I mean, we're all dying. He'll be fine. You know what I mean? I think he's vaccinated.
He's dying to live.
He's dying to live. He had a COVID test yesterday. We'll see how that goes for him. Ryan, good stuff. Jimbo, as always, I mean, it's always interesting with you. It's always there's always something going on with this guy. You know, if it's not his lady, it's his slum village area that he refuses to move out of. I mean, maybe you seen Mad Max?
Yeah.
Perhaps you're like Tom Hardy. Now it's too late. Now you're inside. You want to be a leader of the sort of the rebels.
In the area I live in.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like all you know is the streets now. You know, that's all you can do. Like kind of like being indoctrinated into a gang. You know, like going to Wilderness Warehouse for you would be just a disaster. You'd be like, what is this?
It would be a disaster because I'm spending 1,000 rand on peanuts. That's the only reason it would be a disaster.
Are you blood in, blood out? Maybe that's what it is, dude. You don't
what?
know. Yeah, it's a gang. Bloods and Crips. It's a whole thing in America. Yeah. But I imagine because I did have the displeasure of driving past your area a couple of weeks ago, and I thought, boy, oh boy, I can't believe James lives here. No wonder. Now it makes sense why your mom didn't want to stay at your place, man. She's worked way too hard to come. Your mom's probably thinking, Liewe Aarde, James expects me to go to that place. There's no way. Nah, man.
Very far away from what my mom sounds like. Very far away.
What do you mean?
Couldn't be further.
Not a voice too deep.
No.
Does your mom still, when you leave, say, bye, my Leafy? Jimbo, good stuff. Ryan, good stuff. Ladies and gentlemen, if you are joining us for the first time, remember you can subscribe here on YouTube. By the way, we do have a podcast. You can go and check us out, The MKT Show, on whatever platform you get your podcasts on. I hope we've made your day better today. And if we've made your day worse, well, you know, it's weird that you watched for 2 hours. I mean, at around minute 2, you could have realized this show's terrible. You know, you could have proverbially jumped out the window. Please, if you're going to jump out of a window, don't do it. You have a lot to live for. We're on tomorrow. Stay with us. You have something to live for. James, Ryan, Sipo, and to welcome in the back, and most importantly, to you at home. It is an absolute honor every day to spend time with you guys, and I hope you are having a laugh. And if you're a lady in a Subaru, shout out to the lesbian community. I'm gonna stay on this one. Ladies and gentlemen, the MKT Show for now is the hell.